This show isn't going to be like most of my weekly or bi weekly episodes. I normally come on and introduce the episode number, but as you can read in the title, this is a different show. I've been working very hard, very diligently to figure out what to say, how I want to say it, how to present it. And in the process of me just sitting and taking time to myself and really reflecting upon it, the quickest and the simplest answer that I could come up with was turn on the mic and just talk. So I've been able to do a little bit of social scrolling, productive social scrolling. Let me state that first. And in doing so, it led me to reading off a couple of names. And I'm going to present my way of working to utilize my platform. Regis Korchinski Paquette, or Powet, Tatiana Jefferson, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Tanisha Anderson, Natasha McKenna, Philando Castile, Jonathan Farrell, Alton Sterling, Sean Bell, Michael Brown, Kendrick McCade, Oscar Grant, Ahmaud Arbery, Christian Taylor, Tamir Rice, Kimani Gray, Trayvon Martin, Darnisha Harris, Jordan Edwards, Aiyana Jones, Freddie Gray, Eric Garner, and George Floyd. Now, there are other names and there are other people who have been murdered at the hands of police. We are at a very tough time right now. A lot of people have been in the present moment of stating the revolution will not be televised. We need to come together as a unit. Let's all peacefully protest. Every option and every avenue has been a battle. If you aren't doing so already, please pray over and value and take time to truly be genuine with your loved ones. I know as a black man, it is not easy living in this world. And I've been back and forth with myself, as I've said earlier, in trying to really figure out what to say or how to present what I would like to present on my platform for making others aware of the importance of coming together and putting differences aside. I won't say that this is the immediate answer, but what I would like to find out from listeners is what actual groups are doing donations or are actually taking money in helping to come to a resolution to get us to becoming a better world. Not just a better America, a better world. Because in having a conversation with a couple of my friends, we had kind of a realistic statement in making it clear that racism doesn't just exist in America. Racism is worldwide. The amount of time that I could take in just going over the amount of stories or instances that people have been made, especially doing a sports podcast, I've had different stories come up on my feed related to a black, African American, a black athlete playing a sport and having to overcome racism in some manner or some form. I'm probably going in different directions with this conversation and with these statements, but I want to make something very clear. We all have a platform and we all have an opportunity to make our voices heard in our own way. A friend of mine did a video. She put her money where her mouth was, and she was able to do some collections and getting people to be involved. I'm looking to do the same, but I also don't want to just put money into something just to put it into something. What I'm going to do, and this is me being transparent, and this is, I will make it clear, any money donated and or received from this will not go to me directly. It will go to the proper channels to make sure it's put in the hands of someone that can get things in the right direction. But I will be sharing my QR code for both my PayPal account and my Cash App account. That will be the first of many gestures that I'm looking to do in getting this process started or getting the ball rolling. What I also am looking to do is, I have a friend of mine who makes t-shirts, and she has been helpful enough in giving me a space to, it's kind of, and it's almost a unique win-win in the sense of her having a platform of doing designing shirts, but I also want to get her business going, but I also want to get others to present what it is that they do. So I have teamed, and I'm probably putting this in an early push, but I'm looking to work with her on this soon in getting others to show what things they are good at and doing these tasks for those we have lost. So I'm getting a shirt that will be, you will see it soon. I will make sure it's on all of my platforms, on all of my social handles, Bright82, the Past BT, and Rely on BOT. And it's going to say, I create for George Floyd. Because with him not having the ability to create or do whatever it is that he would have been able to do while being here, this is my way of personally saying that I'm moving forward in what he, has done, or various ways of his impact on the community. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna lollygag around saying it. Regardless of what any of these men or women had done in their personal lives, it doesn't change the fact that they were murdered at the hands of police who have gone through the long drawn process of, we're still trying to get the case under trial, or even worse, even with Breonna Taylor, they still haven't arrested any of the other officers involved in that situation. They've arrested one, but we're still looking for justice with that as well. So I'm not here to, and I want to say this before I go any further. I'm not here to point the finger at anyone who is doing their part or who isn't doing their part, because everyone in this circumstance is doing the best they can with what they have. So I'm in no place or no position to judge in that factor whatsoever. That being said, if you know you have a way of making your voice heard, or you have people that may listen to something if you share it, use that moment in sharing it. And like I said, this is probably going to be one of my briefest podcasts for the sake of this discussion, only because I could tell you about what's been going on in sports. I can tell you what's been going on with Apple. I can tell you about the new music, but I really, and as the day progressed, because if you all are going to probably listen to this show later on, you'll also notice that I didn't do an Instagram live like I normally do. I just wanted to get on the mic and just talk. So this is my authentic, genuine, transparent conversation of just making it clear, where I'm at and how I feel. I'm not here to make the process complicated. I'm not here to battle it with anybody. I'm just here to make everyone aware, like, we're in a really and truly trying time. And I think more people are being more aware now than they've been in a long time. And as LeBron said when he won the championship in Cleveland, it's about damn time. So, like I said, to give you a quick overview, we've, the big story. I know in NASCAR we had the incident with Bubba Gordon, I believe I'm probably mispronouncing his name, but the only black racer in NASCAR happened to have a noose hanging in his garage. FBI did an investigation. They confirmed that they had been there for over a year. I'm not buying it, but that's neither here nor there. Um, the NBA, we're about a month away from the season starting. NFL looks like it's still on pace. I know the Hall of Fame game was canceled. They're looking to have the NBA players wear what they call Oura rings or Hour rings type of ring to track players' health and making sure that they're being tested and going through that stage. A lot of players in Texas, Ezekiel Elliott was a big name, had tested positive for coronavirus. Tiana Taylor dropped a new album. A lot of other artists dropped new albums. I know Deadmau5 dropped a new single. Definitely check that out. And I know I said I wasn't going to, but I wanted to at least come in and give you some information as to what's been going on. The big story I skipped this story last time, so I'm going to make sure I remember to mention it. PS5 did do their unveiling. They're not telling us yet, but they want to tell us. I think the price point we're looking at is about 500 or 600, I believe. I think 600 was the last price I saw online. And Apple did their announcement for what's coming with Apple, with iOS for the phones, for iPad iOS, and for Apple Watch OS. So that's really everything that's happened, and it's not me like breezing or whisking through anything that has or hasn't occurred. But I really wanted to take time and tell people, don't. And I know I say use your platform, but I'm not sitting here saying run out and say something crazy and risk your brand at the hands of it. But do what you feel is in your best interest. If anyone knows me on a true social media level, they will tell you I have probably posted and shared less information now than I have in quite some time. And genuinely speaking, I'm okay with that. Like you don't have to feel rushed or urged to put information out there if it's not on your heart or it's not in your spirit. And that's really all I'm gonna say about it. So if you're not following already, and I'll go ahead and before I forget, there won't be an intro, there won't be an outro. I'm not doing any RPM plugs. This is gonna be just a raw show, just recording to let people know that we are definitely in a real time of handling life as it's happening. Like everything literally is happening in real time. There's no need of trying to figure it out and process it and see what's what. It's here. We are here. It is now. If you're still trying to think it through, that's fine. No one's judging you or pointing fingers. But just know the world is moving and it's time to move with the world. So that's what I got. I hope everyone has a good weekend, has a good productive week coming up. As my friend Special would say, wake up, have a purpose, find your top 3 goals that you want to work on, plan and prepare for your day, prepare for your week, prepare for your life. On that note, BT signing out. Y'all take it easy.